Have you ever been into something that not many people know about? Like something specific that only you or a few people online would know? Like maybe it's an old game from the 2000s or earlier, and you thought to yourself, man, wouldn't it be sweet to have like a plush or something of those characters? Like I wonder how that would look in my room. And when you searched online for some merch, you realized they never made anything because it wasn't popular enough? Or the stuff you wanted was only sold during the Renaissance? Okay, well this isn't actually a footage of the Renaissance, but you get the idea. Or maybe you did find what you were looking for, but it looks like this when the character really looks like this. Like, wouldn't it be awesome if you could just make your own plush? Because then you can control everything, like how the character looks like and all the things it can do. And I realize it's kind of weird making plushies of characters that no one really knows about except for a few people, when I should probably be like
chatting online with babes all day.
But I figure with all the remakes being remade of old games and old series being revived, that there's a chance that some of you may have grown up with these characters or become new fans. Pikmin is just one of those games I never even knew existed until I saw Olimar in Smash Bros. I mean, he may look like something that only preschoolers and man-children like myself would be into, but Pikmin games are actually really good. Like, seriously, there's nothing like it. I mean, you play as a tiny spaceman that crashed on a mysterious planet, and you discover these weird plant creatures called Pikmin that help Olimar find the missing parts to his spaceship so he can see his family again before his oxygen runs out. And you do all this while having to fight off creatures that try to eat you. This is a game I regret not playing as a child. And now with the release of Pikmin 4, there are now more people being introduced to Pikmin than there ever was before. I'm so happy that I'm able to make a video and share my appreciation for this game with you guys. Now I know what you're probably gonna say, but Rick, there's already Pikmin plushies you can buy. Yeah, but Olimar doesn't look accurate to the games, and for the longest time, there were hardly any plushies at all. The reason for plushies that you buy in stores not really looking accurate is because they're made in factories so they can make and sell as many as possible, and their cheap quality is what helps keeps the prices low. So if you really want an accurate plush, you're just gonna have to make one yourself. It is with great pleasure that I introduce to you my Pikmin plushies. I made these plushies by hand, just like I make all my plushies, and I made them with wires inside so that I can pose them however I want. And of course, I try to make Olimar as accurate as possible to how he looks in the actual game. I decided to make the original 3 Pikmin: red, blue, and yellow. And yes, the Pikmin are also posable. Man, I just had so much fun making these. Now hold on, this video isn't over yet. Remember how I said that there are some games that just never had any plushies made for them? Well, Metroid is just one of those games. For a long time, the Metroid series was on life support, with hardly any games coming out. But not anymore since the release of Metroid Dread. I absolutely love sci-fi, and man does the Metroid series deliver. In the game, you play as my totally hot space wife Samus, that was raised by the Chozo, a mysterious race of bird-like beings, after aliens led by their leader Ridley killed her parents along with their planet. However, the Chozo suddenly vanished, leaving behind their advanced technology and hints of a civilization that once was. One of their greatest creations was an AI called Mother Brain. She was created as a way to create peace among the universe, but became obsessed with her objective. Eventually, she would come to the conclusion that the only way to establish harmony was to reset the universe to absolute zero by eradicating all life. Mother Brain joined Ridley and his group of space pirates to use the Metroid, aliens with the ability to drain the life force from a host. The only thing standing in their way was Samus. Again, these are games I didn't play till I was in high school. But it's probably for the best that I didn't play these games as a kid, because then I would have really wanted plushies of these characters. And still, to this day, Nintendo has not made any Metroid plushies. Now, over the years, there have been some plush makers who have created their own Metroid plushies, and they look really nice. But everyone I see is made in this chibi style that a lot of plushies tend to go for these days. The best reason that I have as for why plushies are made like this is because it can be really difficult to make realistic characters into plushies. Making them in the chibi style simplifies a lot of detail that otherwise would be a challenge to make. There's nothing wrong making this style, but I like to aim for accuracy when making my plushies, even if that means taking on a harder task. And that's just part of the fun when making this kind of art. My goal as an artist is to move past what people think plushies are and show what they could be. With that being said, I am happy to show you my Metroid plushies. As you can see, I made Samus with her famous arm cannon. It actually has a flashlight that I built into her arm that can turn on and off with the flick of a switch. But that's not the only part of her suit that lights up. I use a special paint for all the green parts on her suit that allows it to glow in the dark. And you know that if I made Samus, I just had to make Ridley. Not to mention, parts of Samus' suit and Ridley's teeth are sculpted with clay. Oh yeah, and one more thing, I also made this fight scene for you guys to enjoy. You know, Nintendo makes such great characters. It's just a shame that there isn't much merch available for them. So Nintendo, if you're watching this, hire me. I will make you plushies. Or Sega, I don't care, I'll make Sonic plushies. Well, that's it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Well, I'll see you next time when I make a tutorial for how to make your own plushies. Peace out, guys.